universities in the world. And I hope, and I'm sure, that in the next few years, it will virtually encompass the whole world itself. He is the founder of the Art of Living Foundation, and it is a very coincidence that only a week before last Wednesday we had a speaker who is a disciple of him to give us another lecture on this particular aspect. So it will be really a great pleasure to hear from the originator of the idea, and I'm sure he will talk much more than art of living, but say much more in that manner. His foundation has been active in very many programs around the world. This is virtually a non-profit foundation. Has been running a lot of educational institutions and committed to better quality of life to the development of human life. We are again delighted to have him. I now have the pleasure to invite him to address the gathering. Thank you.
I will request the audience that please switch off their mobiles. Thank you very much for cooperating.
Now I have to play the role of a speaker and you will be the listener, right? Can you be 100% listener? Or do you also talk with me? See, just this one sentence has already triggered a conversation within you. Are you noticing it? You know, the moment you came and sat, there is already some judgments or some ideas, some concepts going on in the mind. Are you with me? Everybody? You can say no if you don't, if you are not. But at least you are there with me to say no. Whether to say yes or no, you have to be in a situation. Do you get it? So that means you are already now. So you don't choice. It's like, you know, when someone is sleeping, if you ask him, are you sleeping? If he says yes or if he says no, it means the same. So are we good listeners? How do we listen? Do we listen without a noise in our head? Do we listen without preconceived notions in our mind? I know it's a common experience for all of us when we have been studying in classrooms. If you listen to the lecture for 1 hour, you grasp about 10 minutes of it. Yes? And day by day, it's reducing. It's what we call the attention deficiency syndrome. This is much more in the West than East. The Western countries are suffering, even in schools. You know, children cannot retain it. What you study, it doesn't really stay. It doesn't get registered. You can try many awareness tests. Of course, being IITians, you are the cream of the society. Your IQs are much higher, of course. I have not been an IIT student. But I do have great respect for those in IIT because you have a lot of presence of mind, alertness. But I wish that it stays like that. The entire society should have its presence of mind, alertness. Then we can expect good business. Perception, observation, expression. Three important expression of life, aspects of life, forms part of education. If someone is educated, they are able to express them, perceive things better, and their observations are right on the dot, unbiased. Are you all with me still? Huh? I have a different meaning for IIT. You want to listen, hear me? Intense inner transformation. Listen, when you were a child, when you were a boy or a girl going to school, primary school, how much enthusiasm you had, how much joy you had. No, life is enthusiasm. If someone is sitting like this, almost like a corpse, with no enthusiasm, you don't call that living. Life is enthusiasm. Wherever there is life, you find that is expressing itself as enthusiasm. Just notice when you are a boy or a girl in a primary school, how much enthusiasm you had, how much do you have now? Is it on an upward scale or is it decline? Come on, tell me honestly. Huh? Do you all feel at home, everybody here? No? Do you all feel at home? Do you all feel free? How many of you say yes? Raise your hands. Okay. How many of you say no? Raise your hands. Some of you are not raising hands for either. Are you listening? Are you shy? Huh? What's the problem? We are here just communicating. Say, I don't know how to give a formal talk or a lecture. I don't care about, addressing, ladies and gentlemen and so, students. Are you with me? I can only talk to you one-on-one on an informal basis. Are you ready for it? Not everybody is saying yes again. Is there enthusiasm left or no? See what's happening right now. What's happening in the mind right now? We look at everything, we do not look at our own faculties. Like you have various faculties in your institution, your life has so many faculties. Your body, your breath. Are you aware of your body? You become aware of your body only when it aches. You know what is pain? Do you know what is pain? Pain is your body wanting your attention. Like a child at a home throws tantrums when it is not attended to. Similarly, your body throws tantrums, then you attend to it. But if you keep attending to your body, it won't throw tantrums. Right? Right? We are not aware of our body. We become aware of our head only when we have headache. Till then we don't know we do have a head. You walk miles but you don't know you have legs. You don't put your attention, you are not aware of your body. But being aware of our body does something good. Which not just food and exercise, your attention, your mind going to different parts of your body. Our ancient people call this yoga nidra. Said, lie down, take your attention to each part of the body. Love your body. You do, but consciously doing it. The closest thing to you is your body, right? Body, the first layer of our existence, first faculty. The second faculty is breath. What makes the skin different from leather? The breath. It's the breath that brings the distinction between a leather and, am I correct? Even shoes have some value, but your body, you are not breathing, you don't even have that value. They'll just throw you somewhere. This breath that keeps us alive, we have ignored, we don't attend to it at all. The first act of our life, as we came to this world, we took a deep breath and then we started crying. The last act of our life, we breathe out and make others cry. This primordial function of our life we have ignored, we don't pay much attention. Our breath has a lot of secret to offer to us. For every emotion, there is a corresponding rhythm in the breath. And if you attend to breath, the emotional disturbances that you undergo can be transformed, released. Are you all here now? Still? The third faculty that we have is our mind. The mind through which we perceive, we see things, we taste. This faculty of consciousness. You are here, the sounds are falling on your eardrums, but if your mind is elsewhere, will you be able to hear what I am saying? What enables you to absorb from the five senses? That is mind, that faculty is mind. We know very little about our mind. You know, if you are given 10 compliments and one insult, what would you remember? What would you preserve? 10 compliments will fly away, that one insult you will treasure it as a safe thing. Our memories function in a very funny manner. Wherever there is interest, your memory absorbs it, holds it very tight. If you have an interest in a situation, in a subject, you observe it and then you can take notes. If you don't, you have to be like a journalist, take a paper and pen and write it right there. Do you see what I am saying? Your memory catches on to the interest. Suppose you are interested in astronomy. You love astronomy. Memory becomes easier. And then the next faculty is intellect. As I am speaking now, you say yes, say no, yes, no, how that could be. There is something happening inside you. That's the intellect. Judgment, comparing, accepting, not accepting, questioning. All this comes in that particular faculty you call intellect. And then there is ego. When you are happy, something in you expands. Ego brings happiness, ego brings creativity, ego brings sadness, and ego brings shyness. If you are shy, timid, many of you didn't even raise your hand, I know it's because of your ego. It's an ego problem. Shyness due to ego. Joy, pride is due to ego. Joy of creativity due to ego. And remember, sadness is due to ego. Whenever you are upset, behind every tear there is an ego saying, I am here. It's ego when hurt gets you sad. We know very little about this function of ego in our faculty, in ourselves. A little knowledge about your own ego makes you so strong. You will not make it so vulnerable. We are caught up in our ego trip so often. And then the next faculty is something that is not so clear to you perhaps. Or sometime when you are so relaxed or you are in love, or you are so happy, something triggers in you. Something makes you feel that there is so much more to life than what I know. How many of you had this experience? Raise your hand. You felt there is something mysterious, something more about my life than what I know. It might just happen when you are watching a sky, may happen maybe when you read a Gita or watch a lamp or in a ceremony, in a religious ceremony, or when someone close to you have died, or when a new baby is born, or when you are taking a very hot or cold shower, or when you are sick with high fever, or when you have fainted. Look at how many instances you get to observe something so basic and special to your life. That is the self, the consciousness, the Atma. Or sometimes you feel that you see young people and you feel that I have not grown, everybody else have grown. I have not aged, but everybody else have aged. I have not changed, but everything else have changed. This feeling that comes into you is so precious, but unfortunately, you let it slip away from you. You hardly make any notice of it. Those few moments, seconds, split of seconds have given you so much peace, so much tranquility, and has enriched your life to a great extent. How many of you agree with me on this? I just want to know, how many of you had those moments which you really felt preserved, that it's worth everything in life? Raise your hand. And those of you who are not rising, maybe you should recollect. You might have forgotten those things. Meditation is a conscious experience of that aspect within you that enriches all the other 6 layers. Are you all still with me? Everybody here? Neither at home nor in school anybody has taught us to deal with our own mind, our own emotions, isn't it? When you are upset, depressed, angry, tense, jealous, how to come out of this situation? Has anybody taught you? Do you find it in any books?
But does an external source need to teach that? Or should we teach it to ourselves? Should we look into ourselves and then observe and then teach it to ourselves.
No. See, have you learnt it anywhere? Whether if you have learnt it by yourself, that's great. You know, nobody taught Thomas Alva Edison how to make the bulbs.
So the basic thing is
He did it, but all that electrical engineering you study here. And if you are a Thomas Alva Edison, that's great. But not everybody knows. Right? Nobody taught me art of living course. Nobody taught me, okay, you have to learn about your rhythm of the breath and the mind. It's possible. You know? But you have to learn also. You should be open to learning also. Don't you think so? If you don't learn from your own intuition, you should take advantage of someone else's intuition. It's your mind. Don't think it's my mind. Why should somebody else teach about my mind? It's my mind. Why should somebody else teach me about my mind?
Yeah.
This is the question. Everything is yours only.
precisely.
Absolutely. It's your legs which will operate a car. But you have to learn the driving, right? The accelerator is in your car, legs are yours, hands are yours, steering is yours. Why should somebody else teach me how to drive a car? Not a question. If you know that, then there is no problem. You would have had absolutely no problem. The problem is today, I hear that IITs have the maximum suicide rate in the country. I am startled by this news. It has come up. And you compared, they put together all the IIT institutions in this country. It's not the poor children or poor students who are committing suicide. It's the brilliant children who are committing suicides. Of all the 4 or 5 institutions in the country, they say there is maximum. This has appeared in one of our magazines, in the country magazines, national magazines. So, see, this is, of course, may not be the maximum, whatever you are, but it is happening. Is it happening or not? Emotional problems exist or not? Emotional problems do exist. In schools and colleges, nobody taught us how to handle our anger. Nobody taught us how to handle our anger. That's why I say there is a connection between the breath and your emotions. When you are angry, your breath moves in some rhythm. When you are upset, your breath moves in some other rhythm. You are jealous, your breath moves in some other rhythm. You are depressed, your breath moves in some rhythm. You need to learn about this and how you can, through the rhythm of your breath, handle your emotions, your mind. This is very simple. Yeah? Another thing, keep an open mind. The same type of question happened in Switzerland. Have you heard about this one boy who made the first digital clock in America? And he went to each of the company in Switzerland, tried to sell his model. You have heard about this, no? How many of you have heard about this? Nobody? Do you want to hear about it? Do you know why the Swiss companies went down in their watch business? Do you know that? No. Okay, after. Swiss company has been number 1 in the watch business. This you know, I suppose, yeah? Till 1970s, till 70s and early 80s also they were dominating the world market. A young boy from Harvard, I'm not very sure of which university, an American university, came up with a digital clock, and he went to one after another Swiss companies to sell his product. But the Swiss people said, "Oh, what have you to teach to us? We are the pioneers, we hold the world market." And so everybody brushed him off, ignored. They said, "We don't need to learn from you. You don't need to teach us how to make watches and how to be on the top of the market." And then this boy went and sold that patent to somebody, another company in Boston. Within 1 year, 60% of the Swiss watch companies had to close down. 60% of them. Because the paradigm, they were stuck in a paradigm. They think they knew it all. Not open to accepting. You know, there are 4 things which needs revival, renewal again and again. 4 T's. Trade, technology, truth, and tradition. You need to revive them. Again and again, understand them. And the more we know, you are baffled. You think you don't know much. Knowledge should lead you to a position where you think, I don't know much. There is much more to know. Right? Yeah? That is the right knowledge. If knowledge leads you to a space where you think you know it all, why should I have to learn from anybody? I'm sorry, you have closed yourself. You have closed your face with a helmet. It's okay to cover your head with a helmet. But if you cover your face with a helmet, can you see anything more? No. So having an open mind to learn from everybody, from every corner. Yeah. Are you still here? Okay. So if you have some questions, then I'll say a few things.
If you have any questions, please circulate a sheet of paper, just write them out and we forward it to the teachers.
So write the questions and you can send it to me. So the trade needs revival, truth needs revival. You know, several years ago, I'm just speaking so that when you are writing some questions. Several years ago we thought pesticides are very good. Without that we cannot move on. But now we have found that pesticides are not so good, it's harmful. After a certain period of time, the pesticides create depletion of soil, minerals, and those things are there. Similarly with antibiotics. So what happens time to time we need to keep reviving. Are you all happy? Is there enthusiasm in you? Do something in which you get so much enthusiasm, so much energy in that. You know, simple things. Take a nature walk. Take some time out to yourself. Do breathing techniques. Learn about breath, about mind. Do something very silly. How many of you are afraid to do something very silly? Raise your hands. How many of you would like to do something silly? You are much more than what you think you are. You have to come out of this little shell. Feel free. Yeah? What do you say? What do you say? We often sit and worry what the other person is thinking about. You let anybody think anything about you. What do you care for? Do you see what I'm saying? There are people who are doing wonderful job and there are people who are criticizing them, who are after them. And there are those who do nonsensical things and there are many who appreciate them. When such is the case, why do you have to worry what the other person is thinking of? Why do you have to be a football of somebody else's opinion? One of our main hesitation is what others will think, what that person wants. What? If there is enthusiasm in you, there is love in you, there is sense of belongingness with everybody, there is no force or energy power that can stop you, that can stop your progress. I think real success is the smile on the face of a person. Let me see how many of you are smiling. Or sitting with a very stern face. Sometimes we think it's below our dignity to smile. The higher up you go, you can see the more higher the officer is, the more stiff his face becomes. So unfortunate.
Does Sudarshan Kriya increase the levels of Pitta in the body?
Sudarshan Kriya balances Vata, Pitta and Kapha.
Why all religious people is long hair and beard?
Excuse me, not all religious people, some. They do everything full, either they shave it all off or keep everything. So I thought, don't think it's like an antenna and this is earthing. Nothing like that, it just saves a lot of time, take care of.
I would be pleased if you will tell me something about your birthplace and college.
Birthplace and college. Yeah, sometimes we'll discuss on all that biographical issues.
How do we...
I was a very naughty student, but not attentive.
How do we improve concentration?
Why do you want concentration? You need concentration on those subjects which you don't like.
How does ego bring creativity and how to deal with confusions?
How does ego create
Creativity.
help in creativity? It does. There are two things, a checked ego and unchecked ego. There is a book called Celebrating Silence. If you read that, I've written many chapters, sheets, knowledge facts, sheets in it about ego, mind and all that. You'll get the idea. Creativity. And what was the second part of the question?
How to deal with
Deal
confusions.
with confusion. There is a proverb in Chinese, if you are confused, take a pillow and go to bed.
Does doing Sudarshan Kriya help in curing diseases like gastrointestinal problems and arthritis?
Arthritis, I don't know whether we have any cases of arthritis having been cured.
Guruji, I am one.
You are the one. Okay, see, the two are already there. Gastrointestinal problems, yes, we have seen some cases. But not any formal study has been done on it yet.
Have you seen God?
What do you think? I have or not? Huh? No? Huh? What is God? What is God? Tell me, what is God? If God is love and love is God, you think I am not? God is not some object out there to be seen. If God is omnipresent, it's everywhere like space. Are you in space or not? This is like just asking, have you seen space? What do you say? I fool, I am in space. Because nothing can exist outside space. But to feel it, realize it, you need some quietness of mind. There are three spaces. One is the outer space, the Bhutakash, and then Chidakash. The space in which Chittakash, in which all the thoughts come in, go, intuitions come, feelings come. That inner space is called Chittakash, and then there is one space that is even finer than that. That's called Chidakash. Three spaces. You know, I would recommend you all to read a book. This is Yoga Vasisht. A beautiful treatise. It's available in English, also in Hindi. There's so much about consciousness you can know and learn about. And this book has been copyrighted by New York University. University of New York. You must get it here from Venkateshwaran's translation. If you don't get it, you have to get it from there. It's a very good book, Yoga Vasisht.
Traditional book on yoga is nothing imported from abroad. There in the scriptures.
No, the particular translation, what I am saying in English, it's available in Hindi in India. English translations I don't know, I don't have. This book has been bought out by them, copyrighted. So that's a good book for you to read. Next.
What is the relationship between destiny and karma?
Again, I'll refer you to celebrating silence. You don't have much time, no?
How do you balance with this amount of peace? There's richness, but there's not a willingness to work. And when you want to work, in fact, richness is lost. So how do you balance the drive to work and the drive to relax?
How to balance between the drive to work and the drive to relax? How do you balance between your sleep and your activity? You need to, right? Simply. When you feel that you are under a grip of feverishness to work, then just step back and relax. Because in the feverishness, you may lose the right track. So just one step behind, pulling you back, will make you think better and act better. And when you are, and you cannot totally be, if you feel you are very lethargic, I tell you, go on for a jogging. Or just attend to your food habits. These two things of itself will help. Or a few deep breaths.
The students who join art of living generally give their
sometimes it may happen that when you may feel that you don't have to put so much effort as you used to in order to observe and absorb. But don't be too overconfident and at the same time no need to be nervous. Sometimes parents feel that a student is not putting his 100%, so they think that because he's not nervous, he's not anxious, he's not studying as much. But remember that absorption capacity and alertness has increased, that would help.
How to tackle a situation when the person I am dealing with has a closed mind and adamant not to open his mind.
Just wish them well.
Sir, how do we sustain our enthusiasm when we see our near and dear ones and when we are depressed about certain things? How do we sustain our enthusiasm?
Keep this question with you, With this you will find so many ways how you can do that. But keep doing your Sudarshan Kriya if you are doing. How many of you have done the Sudarshan Kriya here? I would like to see. Did you all enjoy?
Is it absolutely necessary to believe in God or to take part in organized religion, to know art of living, or those four traits you said are important?
There are three things. Even if you say, I don't believe in anything, at least you believe in the one who is saying that I don't believe in everything. Yeah? Faith in yourself, faith in something that is not tangible, that is beyond your comprehension. There is some power or force. And then faith in people around you. These are the three dimensions of faith. They are all interlinked. You can start from anywhere, the other will come around. Faith in oneself, faith in the people around you, faith in the society or in the people in the world, and faith in something which is the cause of the world. So, you can start, if you have total faith in yourself, you don't have to believe in God. But when you move, then you know that there is some power that is not separate from you. That's so beautiful. So fulfilling, so satisfying, so uplifting. Oh.
Sir, I heard about dying by living, Jeete Ji Marna. What is this art and is it possible to achieve?
Definitely. हाँ, डेफिनेटली मेडिटेशन करने से पता चल रहा है. ध्यान करते हैं, थोड़ा सा क्रिया ध्यान करें. Then one last question. The main cause of suffering in the world is desire. How can I control it? How it will reduce crime rate in the world? Being more happy and being loved, being relaxed, and have an attitude to do service will all contribute.